So as always, the plan is simple. You know, you just undo the U-joints in the back of the rear end. You slide the drive shaft forward, then you drop it down, and then slide the drive shaft out. But no, we've got this fancy rear drive shaft loop that these bolts broke off and are loose, which I'm gonna have to address at some point. But this is underneath the aluminum firewall underneath inside the Jack Pine Savage, so I don't have direct access to the top of the bolts. So I can't take this drive shaft loop loose. I can't slide this far back enough without hitting the differential, and it's not far enough to pull it out. So I thought, well, we're taking the transmission out anyway, so I got my transmission jack under there and got the first bolt out. Perfect. But when you look up in here, can you see how the bushing is smushed over here so that I can't get the impact wrench up there to get that bolt? Otherwise I could just slide the transmission right out right now. So I'm going to try to pry that in, try to wedge my socket in there and see if I can't get that loose. So it wasn't just the rubber bushing, there was a piece of the metal flat part that was in the way, so I couldn't get this in there. I finally got smart and I took this nut off and I was able to wedge the metal part over. There's still quite a bit of rubber in there, but I was able to drive this up there and up and onto the nut. And now we're going to impact that off. Wish me luck. So the transmission's free. I got everything undone there, and we're about to come out the yoke. So when I push my jack that way, I'm anticipating getting hit by the drive shaft. Good times. Well, still haven't figured out how I'm going to get the drive shaft out, but transmission's dropped and just made a little bit of a mess. Got to raise the car up so we can get this one out of here. Well, it wasn't pretty, but we got the transmission out, and I still haven't figured out how to get this drive shaft out because this balancer is too big to go through that hole, so I can't slide the drive shaft any farther that way, and it just barely almost clears here. I can't get these nuts out, and they're underneath the aluminum firewall, so I can't undo this bracket. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is take off the yoke and slide it forward and get it out of there. Oh God. Anyway, Andy, sorry I was taking your car farther apart than we intended, but we'll get it back together.
I just can't refuse, just can't refuse.